Hello, Michelle Eaton here again. Today we're going to talk about setting up your domain name and hosting. Before we start, hopefully you now have a pretty good idea of the domain name you want for your website. If you are planning to have a Facebook business page and other social media channels of any description, then it's worth checking out namecheck.com. That's spelled NAMECHK.com. We'll have a look at this in a second. What Namecheck does, it looks across all the platforms online, like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, etc., to see whether the name that you are interested in is available across all those platforms. It's not crucial, but obviously if you're choosing a domain name, it would be very beneficial to sort of have a consistent name across all of those platforms. So let's go and have a look. So here we are at namecheck.com, and it's really simple to use. All we do is type in the name that we've got in mind, which in my case is Birmingham Hairdressers. You don't need the .com. Obviously, all these sort of platforms here don't need a .com or an extension of any sort. So type in your keyword that you want and click check. And you'll see that it's running through all of these various platforms to find availability. And we can see that the main ones that I'd really want is Facebook. That's available. YouTube. Although offhand I can't remember the limit, but there is a limit on the number of characters you can use for a YouTube username. eBay you may use that. I don't personally, but Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, if you sort of fancy using Twitter at all. LinkedIn's quite a good one for business. A lot of businesses and employees find each other via LinkedIn. That appears to be sort of rising in favour, that one. So a quick look, see if anything else catches my eye. Nothing in particular at the moment, but obviously if you, now that you know what's available and what isn't, it may just slightly change your decision on your main name. I think Facebook's the biggie really. To have your Facebook name matching your domain name is ideal. But it's there for you to have a quick look at. And another thing just to bear in mind, nothing to worry about, but to bear in mind, I think Facebook would be the main one. So we are now going to set up your domain name and hosting. We will register a .com domain name free when we set up our hosting. There are other options that you can look at, but they will be more complicated. This is by far the simplest way to get started. So what you need to do is to go to Bluehost.com. I've used Bluehost for quite a few years now. Fantastic support, fantastic service, no downtime that I'm aware of. Any problems I've ever had, they've sorted straight away. The best thing for somebody who's new is you don't need any FTP software. You don't need to sort of go through any hoops or jumps to install WordPress to get your site up and running. It's just one simple button, WordPress, one install. So it's really good to get yourself up and running with Bluehost. I've never needed to change this far, and I've got, I don't know, 23, 25 websites. So if you come along to here, there are other options you can look at later, but this is really the one I advise to get you started. as you can see, you can have unlimited domain hosting. So if you decide to change your name, you want to add more websites, you expand, it's not a problem. It's totally unlimited. The space, the domains you've got. You get a free domain when you start, which is what we're going to register now. There are different domain extensions, but not .co.uk's. That's why I'm saying go for the .com, which is generally the best anyway. But if you are in the UK, it can be very beneficial to get a .co.uk as well. But you don't have to do that. That is optional. It's got everything you need. The support is second to none. And all you do on here, click the big button, the big green button, sign up now. So we click onto that. Okay, and this is where you can choose your .com. You click on this downwards arrow here. There are others you can buy. I would only go for the .com. So I'm not going to actually buy this, but you will be doing this. So if I go for my name that I'm looking at, Birmingham hairdressers, and the .com's already there. If you see the example underneath, it's just the name and the .com's already there. So you just type in the name that you've chosen and then click next. If you get stuck at any time, if you ever look over here on the right, the live chat, if you're unsure at any stage of registering, you can actually click in this box here and click I am not sure what to do, and click on the live chat, and really within a minute somebody will be back to you to help you, talk you through. So there's nothing at all to worry about. If you do already have a domain name, you can enter it in here. If you've already bought the .co.uk, you can enter it in there. But from as far as I can tell, if you enter one already and then move on, you can't go back and get your free one. So I really would, regardless of any other names you're going to get, I really would register your free one. When we say it's free, this domain name will remain free for as long as you remain with Bluehost for your hosting. So as you can see from this email that I've received today, my primary domain that I registered with Bluehost free, each year I receive an email to say that the domain has been registered for another year and I've been billed $0. Of course, if you remove your domain name and transfer to another host, then you'll be subject to the yearly registration fee, which is $10 to $12 per year. So as long as you stay with Bluehost, this domain name will be free. Enough waffling, let's press the blue button, next. Okay, and obviously we already checked, but it's telling us congratulations, the domain you have requested, birminghamhairdressers.com, is available. This will be used as the primary domain on your account. And it's giving us some options of selecting some others, which we don't want. We don't want any of the others. The .com is completely sufficient. You then need to fill in your name. Now, if you're a business, obviously put in your business name. If you're buying individually, put your first name and last name. The obviously the ones with the asterisk, the little star next to it, is essential. So whereas your business name is optional, you do need to put these other fields in. And then your country. So UK would be mine. And your address, your phone number. Mobile number isn't, as you can see, the star's not there, so the mobile number isn't essential. And then your email address. Make sure your email address is correct. This is where all your confirmation will come to. And do put your correct phone number in. Bluehost will call you from the US to ask you if you're okay with everything and see if you need help with anything. This is one of the fantastic things, one of the things that really sort of warmed me to the company, that they really are very good at helping you out. So don't be afraid, fill in all your information. You won't need the Pro package. Here you come to your information. Now the lowest price is $5.95 a month. That is your 24-month price, your 2 years. Just a quick look at the cost for your domain and hosting. Just worked out a few calculations for you. If you choose the 12-month price at $6.95 per month, then your total will be $83.40, which is £52.53, and that's for the year. If you choose the 24-month price at $5.95 per month, then your total would be $142.80, which would be £89.95 for the 2 years. And if you choose the 36-month price at $5.95 per month, then your total would be $214.20, which equals £134.92, and that's for 3 years. So as you can see from these figures, the cost for your domain and your hosting is very, very reasonable. So back over to Bluehost now. If you look at the drop-down box, this is where you can select the package that you want, 12-month, 24-month or 36. As I said before, you won't need the 12-month price at all. That's for the Pro package, which simply isn't going to be necessary for you. So do have a look and select the package that's most suitable for you. Now, as you can see, setup fee is free, and as we know, the primary domain registration, a domain name, is free also. And then you've got 3 little checkboxes underneath: the site lock domain security, the site backup pro, and the domain who is privacy. You don't need any of those. We've got other options for backing up, and the privacy. As a local business, you don't really need that. You've got your telephone number and your business address all over the internet anyway, which is what you want. So you can simply go to these checkboxes and uncheck all 3 of those. And if you want to look for more information, go ahead. So we come on to the payment information, where you can select your card type, obviously fill out all your payment details, and down at the bottom here you can select your country, the purpose of your account, personal or business or charity. For most of us this will be business. If you've got a VAT registration number, pop that in the box there. We can select that you don't have a VAT number, in which case you can put a business registration number and select your business activity. Or you can quite simply just choose your personal or business account, make sure that the little confirm to the agreements terms of service is checked, and you can just click next from that point. So there you have it. Obviously, for me, I didn't fill out all the information, personal information and payment information, so I've come to this page, although it does recognise that my domain name is available, which of course we did check earlier. That should be it now for you. You should have now had your confirmation that your domain name has been set up. Don't forget, any problems at all, come over to the live chat. Bluehost are very, very helpful. They'll help you with anything you need to know in getting you set up. So congratulations on setting up your domain name and hosting, and I'll see you in the next video.